Alright, so I stripped my dash out, which is pretty easy. Marked it and I drilled it. That's a 1/2 inch hole. And this is a clutch pedal. So you can see it had the bolt, kind of lined it all up. Just pretty much just winged it. This is out of a 97 Eagle Talon turbo. And as you can see, I just made the plate on top. Kind of bent it a little bit because you'll see it in the remove the clutch pedal, and then there's a bracket right here that I just cut down to right here. That gives me enough room so that I don't have to struggle around to put this pedal assembly in. So, and I did just take that off. I just need to reattach that next. It's easy as once you get that piece off, it's just gonna be I'm just getting caught up on the wire loom. On the back bolt, which you can't see, I'll be able to show you. Just put this in a little bit. So, as you can see, it's aligned, and that's aligned. I already test fit this, so I know it's going to work. And this right here is just a spring, so I can attach it, but that's pretty much how the pedals fit. Once I attach it, it should give me enough room. It might be about right here, so it's a little off, but it's gonna work. Now to install this clutch master. So that's good. And then once that clutch master is installed, I'm gonna line this up, push it down, drill some holes, and just put some rivets in it to hold it down. So right here I have the part number of the clutch master, and this is out of a 1997 Eagle Talon. That's how this fits. As you can see, other side, push it on. That fits right there. Grab one of my nuts that I'm using, and it's gonna attach it right here. And then later I'll just come down and zip it down. For now, just enough so that it could stay in place. And then the next one, it's threaded right here, so I'm just gonna stick this from the inside, and hopefully that works right there. All right, zap those two bad boys on. Now time to attach the rest of it. So with this just being connected to the firewall, it's actually pretty stable. And I seen how someone else made it, plate like this, and I was like, yeah, you know, that's a little bit more support. So I'm just gonna drill one hole right here and rivet in, but it's pretty stable. So I'm not too worried about it. Then I'm not gonna show you guys, but I'm literally just putting a rivet right here. So I'm not gonna go into drilling everything out, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna get that part. All right, so that's the rivet. I just need to find a bolt to attach that piece, and then if I need to, I could just move this around and just adjust it, so it's still enough room where I can still adjust, so I'm not totally screwed there, but it does go all the way down, and that works. I just reattached my brake setup, and you see, perfect, enough room, everything. It just needs one rivet right there. If I want later, I could just drill that bad boy out and I'll be good. And then I could just fish it out. So it's not going nowhere. For my hydraulic slave cylinder, I'm using this Wilwood. You could use pretty much anything, so it just depends on what you decide to buy. For this bracket, I just used some 2" by 2" angle iron, and I'm pre-marking the holes of where I'm going to drill and then later cut. This is just some regular flat bar I just bent, and you can kind of see how I did it. And it's going to go down there to the master cylinder. So right now you can't see where it's at, but you can see right here is where I'm going to attach the master cylinder or the slave cylinder, and then that's going to go straight to the motor mount right there. So I'll show you a little bit better once I get it all attached and under there. So the line is plumbed. Do not do hard line. I suggest not to do a hard line. It takes forever. It's fucking horrible. It's probably the hardest part about this. That's connected right there. That's connected right there. I just need to get bigger hose so that I could run the reservoir, and I could just pump it with fluid and start bleeding it. So that's about it. So right here you can see the reservoir. I'm just using a random one I ended up finding just to get this working, and probably the hardest thing to do on this build is routing the line from the master to the slave cylinder. I did this with pretty much hand tools, and I'm pretty sure if you have power tools it'll work a lot quicker. I did this in the parking lot, so pretty easy.